Blackpool Combat Club has been on a tear recently in AEW, and the Bloodline has been on a tear in WWE. But with the Bloodline close to implosion, I didn't want to waste the opportunity to see these two teams inside the ring. We'll be having a 4-on-4 War Games match between these two teams. If you guys do not know, a War Games match starts off with just two men in the ring, one from each side. As you see here, we have Bryan Danielson and Roman Reigns, and every 90 seconds, a new entrant will enter into the cage. The match will not start until all 8 men are inside the cage, and then once 8 men are inside the cage, then pinfalls count and there can be a winner decided. But until then, they are beating the living crap out of each other for the first 5 minutes of this match. You see here Roman Reigns here just toying with Daniel Bryan. And if you guys know, Bryan and Roman do have a lot of history. Bryan's last match in WWE was against Roman Reigns, who hits Bryan with a DDT right there. His last match was against Roman, as Roman beat him in a if Bryan loses, then he has to leave WWE match. And of course, Bryan ended up losing that match. So these two do have a lot of history. Bryan here with a psycho knee off the rip to Roman. Oh my God. Bryan is not playing around. And you see a flying elbow. And you see 10 seconds left here. Who will be the next entrant? Who will have the advantage in this match? Will it be the Bloodline or will it be the Blackpool Combat Club? And then it's going to be the Blackpool Combat Club with the advantage, as Claudio Castagnoli is entering into the match, and he's looking to get some weapons before he enters this match. And he grabs a chair. Will that be all for him? And that will be it. He will be grabbing a chair, as now the Blackpool Combat Club has the advantage. And if you don't know as well, Claudio also has history with Roman, as Claudio and Roman had a one-on-one match for the Universal title on SmackDown, where a lot of people thought Claudio was going to end up being the winner of that match because he was on a tear at that point. But unfortunately, he did not win that match, and he ended up leaving WWE as well and going to AEW, as he was one of the budget cuts. But you see here, Roman on a 2-on-1 right now. Claudio here with Roman. What is he looking for? An uppercut to the back of the neck. And Roman is almost stunned here, and he is stunned with chair shots from Bryan. Another chair shot to the temple of Roman, and now this one to the gut of Roman. Just these two putting down the beatings on the Tribal Chief as of this moment. But soon the Tribal Chief will be getting held 5 seconds away from the next entrant, as Claudio takes down Roman onto the chair. Who will be next to help out the Tribal Chief? And it is going to be Jimmy Uso helping out Roman Reigns to help him out, as Roman right now is on a 2-on-1 assault by the Blackpool Combat Club as Roman takes down Bryan Danielson. Why is Jimmy just standing there? Carrying Bryan and puts him down for a Samoan drop. Now, if you guys don't know, this is actually kind of ironic, as Bryan hits the psycho knee on Jimmy. Holy, Bryan is not coming to play. But if you guys don't know, Claudio with a power bomb to Roman. And there's Jimmy there, a shot to Bryan, getting out of this grueling submission. But if you guys don't know, Roman and Jimmy have a lot of history now. If you guys didn't see Night of Champions, Jimmy turned on Roman, hitting him with a super kick, and then another one for good measure. And if you guys didn't see that, that was cinema. First off, let me just say that when he super kicked Roman the second time and he let out that scream, that was almost 3 years of frustrations in him, man. And I'm so happy he got that out of him. I'm so happy to see where the story goes next. The Blackpool Combat Club will be taking the numbers advantage once again now, and it's gonna be Wheeler Yuta helping out the Blackpool Combat Club and taking the advantage back. And Wheeler Yuta's looking for some weapons before he gets into the ring. And Yuta here grabbing a table to add it to the match, as Claudio is going to the other side with Jimmy. Roman there beating down on Bryan Danielson. Will Yuta get anything else? Wheeler also grabs a baseball bat to add to the ring, and he is getting in. You see on the right side there, Jimmy taking down Claudio. And Bryan now going out to help Claudio, as they now have the numbers advantage on the right side. But here's Wheeler Yuta, and what is Yuta doing here? Oh my God, what a submission here to Roman Reigns. Will Roman Reigns be able to, well, actually it doesn't matter, because he can't tap out until all men are in the ring. So it doesn't matter what Roman does here. Bryan there with the table and takes down Jimmy Uso. Oh, and here's Yuta with a baseball bat, but Roman blocks it. And what is Roman looking? Oh, Yuta blocks it right back. And what is going how Yuta want to take down to Roman? And who is entered for the Bloodline? It is Jey Uso, the right-hand man to the Tribal Chief. Wheeler Yuta's going up to the top of the cage, but as you see on the left side, Jey Uso grabbing a kendo stick to add it to the match. Bryan setting Jimmy up on the table. So much happening right now. And he's gonna see Bryan is gonna Yuta off the top of the cage, and Bryan takes down Jimmy. At the same time, the Combat Club with double moves Wheeler taking out Roman from the top of the cage and a splash, and Bryan with a suplex through the table to Jimmy. And now here's Claudio with the neutralizer to Jimmy. The Combat Club is taking over as Roman takes down Yuta. What a match this has been so far. Already super hectic as Yuta takes down Roman once again. Bryan here with excruciating submission on Jey Uso, but it does not matter because submissions don't count at the moment. Jey breaks free though. 10 seconds left before the next entrant into this match, and it is going to be Jon Moxley, the last entrant for the Blackpool Combat Club, as Jon Moxley is ready to enter into this match to give the Blackpool Combat Club some more numbers advantage as Claudio takes down Jimmy. And now look at Jon looking for a weapon. He grabs another chair to add to this match, and Jon Moxley grabbing a table, and look at Claudio going for the swing. Claudio has Jimmy, and oh, what an Uso splash there by Jey. So much happening at the same time. Schoolboy super kick by Jimmy. Jon Moxley just taking that sledgehammer and beating down Jimmy Uso right now. Oh, and Bryan catches Jey with a Psycho knee on the right side by himself. And now 7 seconds left before the Enforcer Solo Sikoa enters the match, as the match will be official once he enters, as Bryan with a lapel lock on Jey on the right side, but it won't matter until Solo gets inside the ring. Bryan has been having a great match as he started this with Roman, and Solo's coming right in, the enforcer of the Bloodline. Can he clean house and help the team win? As War Games is now official with Solo entering into the ring. Now, first pinfall wins the match. Who will win, the Bloodline or the Blackpool Combat Club? And Solo Sikoa has the bat, taking shots to Jon Moxley, but here's Yuta with a takedown on Roman. Headlock takedown as he tries to get the Tribal Chief to tap out, but Roman breaks free. And Wheeler Yuta now is going up to the top rope as he gives an elbow drop to Roman from the top rope. Bryan climbing up. What is Bryan looking for? He's going to the top of the cage as well as Claudio. Both men. Claudio's on the top rope with an elbow drop to Jey. Bryan with a splash off the top of the cage to Jimmy. Holy shit. And there goes Bryan with the pin on Jimmy. Can Bryan win the match? 2, 3. And the Blackpool Combat Club win this match in dominant fashion, to be honest with you. Bryan absolutely dominated that entire match, hitting the Psycho knee 3 times and a splash off the top of the cage to win the match, as the BCC continues their dominant performance and the Bloodline continues to implode. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I know what to do. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to share my other videos right over here.